Hello, welcome back. This is attempt number 4 at filming this. Welcome to the shit show. I'm Will, I'm the host of the Bald Book Geek, and here, it's been an interesting one. I read a great book by Joshua Marcella, and I'm going to link to that video in the description, because that book deserved a video of its own. On the other side of it, I hate technology, so let's start with what I've been reading. So the first book is a reread, Batman Year 100. This gets a lot of stick for being an ugly Batman novel, but actually its art style is gritty, kind of urban. It works in the context of this world, and it's Batman in real time. What if the real Batman died a long time ago? What if the multiple Bruce Waynes throughout? You never find out who this Batman is, but it's dark, it's good, and it's up there as one of my favourite Batman graphic novels. And if I mean, the amount of people that have not read this book and don't know a thing about it, they just know the cover and think it's ugly. Just read it. It's good, and it asks a lot of very interesting questions. The next book, so the Mammoth Book of Westerns. I love classic westerns. These are all pulp fiction westerns. There's some Mark Twain. Some of these are very old. This is a great book. I love the pulpy westerns, the short stories. I always say Robert E. Howard's westerns collection is really good, and I love this kind of era of writing and these pulpy hero books. I like the Mammoth book series. I've got quite a few of these, science fiction and fantasy and all of this. Like, the whole list of them just keeps growing in my collection, because there's a little something in here for everyone. And when I say loads of short stories, I mean absolutely loads, from Way Out in the West by Mark Twain, all the way to Days of Heaven by Rick Bass, to... God, there's so many in here. It's a good book and a really good read, so do check this one out. So now for the new books. First things first, this was from Titan. These are framed as Watson lifting the lid and giving some of Sherlock's doctor after he's long dead and publishing some of the stories. And this is good. This is obviously Sherlock Holmes meets Count Dracula. There is also a Jack the Ripper book. By the way, there's very good video games called Sherlock vs. Jack the Ripper. This is a brilliant novel, and it's written in the style of the Sherlock Holmes novels with that wit and cynicism. Does it quite do these capture the voice of the original writer? No. But they're not intended to, which I like. They're willing to take a few leaps. They keep that style, but they have a very different voice. Also, nice addition. Thank you, Titan. This was sent to me by the publisher. But definitely a strong mystery novel set in the backbone of Victorian London. And this is the big deal. Ignore the state of this book. I've read this cover to cover 3 times and then dropped it down the stairs. So, yay. This is an unbound proof of the 5 Queendoms. It's really missold. A page-turning feminist Game of Thrones. I won't lie. That sentence alone would put me off, because everything is described as that at the moment. This is very different. It's definitely fantasy in the style of Game of Thrones, that kind of political fantasy, struggles across different countries and different characters, and kind of the interweavings of it. So I can see that, but just because it has strong women in it doesn't mean it's necessarily feminist. I think that word is being overused to the point of death now. This is just a really strong fantasy novel, regardless of the gender of the characters. I know, that's shocking, isn't it? You don't have to sell books this way. If you want a good, gritty, big fantasy novel, do check out The 5 Queendoms. I'm looking forward to a lot more from this. And this is not out until, I think it's February? 22nd of February, so you've got time to wait. But do check this book out. This is absolutely fantastic. So yes, these are the books that I've been reading. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Tell me if you want to know anything, ask questions, and I'm more than willing to answer. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.